Hello, thank you for joining me today. I am Emily, and today we are going to do a yoga workout using the foam roller. So you can use whatever foam roller you have. I have a rather stiff foam roller, but you can get an inexpensive foam roller that has a little bit more cushion for sensitive areas. So let us begin standing and centering ourselves with 3 deep breaths, opening up the palms and the heart and turning the thumbs outward to roll the shoulders back and down. Let us breathe in consciously, taking arms up and opening up the heart. And we'll exhale, pulling the elbows back and down as you gently bring the chin down. Inhale with almost the sensation that you're pushing upwards. And exhale, arms down to your sides. Let the chin grace into the chest. And inhale as you spread the heart open a little bit more, picking the arms up. And exhale, pulling the elbows back and down. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, taking the arms down. Feel as though you're opening up the triangle of neck and shoulders. And now press into the feet just with a little more effort to really lengthen up tall. Exhale, lifting the chest, pulling the elbows back and down. Inhale, taking the arms up with a little bit more of a back bend. And exhale, let's dive to a forward fold. So allow your knees to bend and be soft. To allow your upper body to hang, to dangle and release. Allow your body to shift side to side. And coming back to center, bend the knees and very gently, as slowly and carefully as you can, rise up again. And exhale, arms to sides. So we're going to go ahead and begin. And with the foam roller, we're going to lean up against a wall. So I'm going to put the foam roller with my feet about hip distance apart, probably right in the middle of the gluteus. And you won't be able to see the foam roller much, but when we roll our body into a forward bend, it's almost giving us an adjustment as it rolls to help to lift the base of the sit bones. I'm going to hold the foam roller so you can see, but my back is very straight. And it's getting an adjustment to help lift the sit bones so that we're hinging and coming into our forward bend from the hips and the pelvis, not rounding in the lower back. So go ahead and lean just a little bit back into the foam roller. Go ahead and hinge into a forward bend, feeling a lift of the sit bones. Relax your head and pulling in the belly. Go ahead and allow yourself to roll up. If you feel like you're losing the roller, go ahead and readjust. But let's go ahead and do that again. I want you to really just use it to feel where are you moving from and the guidance of the lift of the base of the sit bones. So it's a nice kind of mental adjustment so you can feel where you're hinging from. Very good. So lean lean away from the wall. Go ahead and set that down. Let's come over to the top of the mat, leaving your foam roller within reach. And we're going to inhale, take the arms up and reach back, nice and open. And dive to a forward bend. Again, feeling from that little adjustment of the roller against the wall that we've got a lift of the sit bones. So let your head relax, shake it out a little bit. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale to forward bend. With hands shoulder distance apart, step back to downward facing dog. And here we're going to relax the heels as much as we can. Feel again the lift of the base of the sit bones. Consciously breathe in and out. And as you inhale, lift the heels to stretch the toes. And as you exhale, relax the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, relax the heels. Inhale, lift. And release. So we're going to go ahead and lower down the hands and knees. And we're going to take, to warm up the stretch of the quadriceps, by bringing the foam roller underneath the quads. And we're just going to slowly rock forward and back. And you can walk your forearms forward and back. And this helps to really massage the quadriceps. Feels very nice. So move, breathe, and be mindful of just a little self-massage here, moving a little bit deeper from a new angle into the muscles. So inhale, one direction, exhale the other direction. Keep the belly toned in. You're having support. You can come just above the knee so we're never rolling on the bones. But this is a nice massage using body weight. Okay, so come on the lower quadriceps. Let's go ahead and lower the knees. Walk your hands back and move into a few cat-cow postures. Inhale, opening the heart. And exhale, drawing the belly button in towards the spine as you press into the hands. Good, inhale and open. And exhale, rounding. Good. So let's move the roller off to the side just a little bit. And so lift into downward facing dog. Lift and lower your heels. Go ahead and circle the heels around. And we're going to bring the left heel to the center of the mat and lift the right leg. Start with leg parallel to the floor. Maybe lift higher from there if you can do so with the belly button looking at the left foot. So we're going to step forward to lunge. Feel free to lower the back knee if you need to. And we're going to bring the right heel underneath the right knee. Adjust your foam roller so we're back to the quadricep. Now this is going to be a lot deeper because we're just on one leg. So this gives us an opportunity to stretch the hip flexors, to move into our lunge. So this is wonderful if you have all of this foam rolling on the legs will be wonderful if you have leg cramps at night or after doing another kind of exercise. Incorporating the foam roller into your yogic stretching. And as with everything you do, once you learn to be mindful of your breathing and how your body feels, just taking this to the next level of mental mindfulness. So I'm moving pretty deep here into my lunge, and I'm using my hands to just help navigate a little bit higher. Good. Okay, so I'm going to lower the left knee, press into the hands, and release the right leg. Okay, so let's take a breath to feel left and right quadricep. And we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So let's come into our downward facing dog. I'm inching my mat forward here. Slowly lifting the base of the sit bones now that have had a little more awareness on how that feels. Shake your head out. And we're going to bring the weight to the right foot now. Slowly, keeping the hips level, lift the left leg. Relaxing the right heel. Navigating the stretch through the calf. Now go ahead and shift forward and we'll take the left foot forward into lunge. Okay, So we're going to move the foam roller so it's underneath the quadricep, just starting with small movements. Small movements. Take your time. And as you just navigate in just a few inch range here, kind of turn a little bit left and right so that you can work across the muscle. And move your hands, maybe both hands inside the left leg. Feel free to lower the one elbow down. And if this lunge is too much for your left hip, just come back to the first pose that we did with both legs on the quadricep, because it does take some time to get used to the depth of the massage that the foam roller gives with the body weight. So you can take your time moving into this. So I'm going to move up a little bit, get a little bit higher on the leg. Taking some deep breaths, coordinating the movement with your breath, putting the two together. So always being in control of your breath, always being mindful of the breath. Good, so I'm going to work my way back. Again, never on the bone, but just working around the meaty part of the muscle. Good, gently lower the knee, walk your hands back, and free the left leg back to table. Okay, so let's come back to center, taking a deep breath. Feeling the legs breathe here, which is wonderful. Okay, so let's work on the back side of the leg. And so we'll come to a seated position on the foam roller. And you can lean back and slowly honoring any position around the tailbone, because you can always lean off to the side. Always feel free to lean off to the side, because that will really get nicely to the gluteus medius, gluteus maximus muscles. And there will definitely be some tender spots in that area. So again, just move slowly. Breathe with intention. Okay, so gently and with support, coming up to a seated position. So we're just underneath the sit bones, flexing the feet. Inhale, arms up, and forward bend. So widen the feet as you need to not feeling like you're tipping over. Good, really pressing out the heels, just getting a strong stretch here, just because our spine is straight. If you need to bend your knees, always feel free to do so. And a huge breath to take muscles, give the muscles some time to really get the full benefit. Pull the belly in. You can walk your hands back. And let's go a little bit more into the quadriceps. Now, the quadriceps will be able to take quite a bit, because it's one area that we're stretching a lot, not only in yoga class, but just with forward bends. Of course, we're sitting on our hamstrings all the time. So our hamstrings will be able to take quite a bit of pressure, so just give an opportunity for massage. Breathe as you massage, strengthen the arms, and roll over the hamstrings. Good, I'm going to roll to the backs of my knees, carefully sit down. And we're going to work our way back to downward facing dog. We're going to do one of my favorite moves with the foam roller. So we're going to work on the shins, from pigeon pose. And I really love this, especially after being on my feet all day, or lots of walking or jogging, but this feels really wonderful. So we're going to start in downward facing dog with a huge breath in and out. Optional, you can lift the right leg. And we're going to come just to the shin. So just turning a little bit off to the side. We're not on the bone, but we're on this shin muscle off to the side. So our hands are on the floor. We're navigating this movement, massaging this muscle, and this muscle just seems to not get much attention. So take some deep breaths as you rock forward and back, small movements. Once you kind of settle into it, and you can press into the hands to lift the chest. Dropping the jaw. Wonderful. So just spending as much time in there as you would like. If you find an area that's just feeling like it just loves this extra special attention, go ahead and stay a little bit there. Stay there for a little bit longer. Release the left leg. Release the right leg. Come to table. Be still. Feel the freedom here through the right shin, comparing right and left. Good. Downward facing dog. Pull the belly in. Lift the base of the sit bones. Drop your head. Optional, lift the left leg. Relax the right heel. Circle the ankle around and breathing here as we move into pigeon, left knee. Coming up onto the meaty part of the muscle. Staying off the bone. And starting to rock back and forth here. All right, so kind of navigating into this pose a little bit deeper as we are doing it on the second time. Breathing in and out. Just these poses, these same poses that we've done so many times, that we feel familiar with, but exploring them from a new angle with a little more depth. How's your breathing? How's your neck? How's your mind doing here? How's your leg doing? This is pretty deep on the knee. Make sure you're honoring the knee. Good. We're going to release the right knee and free the left leg. Good. Taking your time. And to table, let's breathe. In and out. Fantastic. Okay, so next we're going to do a little bit of a back bend. So let's come to our backs. The foam roller is going to be in about the lower thoracic area. You can bring one hand back and support your neck, or both hands is fine. But we want the neck to be easy. Lift the pelvis a little bit, put a little pressure into, a little weight into the roller. And we're just gonna stay here in the upper spine. Rocking back and forth, feeling this between the shoulder blades. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the hips down, and we're gonna allow a back bend to happen here, getting this back bend, really thinking about it originating in the thoracic spine, which is around the rib cage area. If you're comfortable, you can let the elbows flare out and open up the armpits. If you need to, you can keep the elbows elevated to be a little more tender on the shoulder joint. Good. Slowly pull the belly in, very slowly lift. And we're going to move, just rolling the foam roller down just a half an inch or so, getting a back bend from a new angle. Good. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, pull the belly in, lift. Good. Go ahead and roll one way or the other. Go ahead and find the back bend. Supporting the neck. Pull the belly in, inhale up. Find another area. Find the back bend, just another angle. Good, pull the belly in, lift. Okay, so lift the hips again, go ahead and massage. So here we're using a little core strength just to keep engaged while we roll down the back. All right, so lower the hips and adjust to sitting up. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and come into a child's pose. So knees about hip distance. We're going to move the foam roller for our arms, just in the lower arm. And we're going to go ahead and roll forward, settle in, and rolling along the forearms to lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift. Settling it a little bit deeper into the knees, into the back. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open up the chest. And exhale. So let's take the forehead on the roller itself. And use your arms to hug the roller so it's not going anywhere. And you can relax the weight of your mind and your neck with support. Good, breathing in, coming up. So when we're posed before Shavasana, and this is one that I really appreciate, is for the calf, because my calves are often feeling a little stiff after being on my feet all day. So I've just got the foam roller underneath the soleus, kind of moving into the gastrocnemius muscle or the calf muscle, and just moving in and out. And once you kind of get to a good spot there that you want to spend a little bit more time in, roll the leg left and right. Kind of explore that space. Move a little bit more, breathing in and breathing out. Seeing which area you find any tender points in. For a little more weight, you could add the other foot on top for a little more depth. So let's go ahead and switch. Kind of see where you are with one leg. And once you become familiar with this depth, and your calf gives permission, you can add a little bit more weight by maybe crossing the other leg on top. So settle in to your breath, and sometimes you might need to settle in with a little more concentration as you move into areas that need, that are more tender. Some areas that you might not have known needed a little more attention. Again, moving left and right, kind of feeling through any ropes you can find in there. All right. Very, very good. Release one leg, two legs. And we're going to come to our backs. All right, so let's bring the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. So let's go ahead and take the roller, and we're going to put it underneath the sacrum. Sometimes we do this with our block. So we can do it with the roller. Just find a spot where you're feeling comfortable. Bring one knee up, and the knee into the chest, and glide the left leg straight. Now the left leg or the straight leg can be on or off the floor depending on your desire of depth. If this is too much on your sacrum, then you certainly don't need to use the roller. So let's breathe the left leg in, straighten the right leg, and with the gentle relaxation, go ahead and release the weight of the extended leg. And very slowly, mindfully, let's bring in both knees. So as you bring your knees into your chest, you might feel it rolling underneath you a little bit. Use that for a little bit more of a lengthening, a massage. Keep it comfortable. To change the angle, just inch your shoulder blades away, just a half an inch or so. Again, we're never pressing directly on the tailbone here. You can bring your legs to one side, the other side. And let's release one foot, the other, and lift away. So now place the roller just directly under the gluteus. We're going to use this support just the very top of the hamstrings for meditation. If your legs are feeling like they're falling off, you can just put it under one leg or the other. Let's take 10 breaths here, honoring the sensations through the body. Letting every consecutive breath be a little deeper, a little slower, a little more controlled. Offering a greater sense of release through the body. Greater state of peace and gratitude in your heart. greater state of calm, forgiveness in your mind. Again, relax to the face with another washing sensation of release. The breath come in and touch the spaces that need attention. And some loving tenderness. The most nourishing breath possible to every cell, to every thought and response. Bringing the hands to the belly, let's connect with our minds and our muscles, the front, hips, and the rib cage, bending one knee and the other. Remove the block and bring it underneath your neck. And slowly turn your neck to the left. And breathe to the right. To the left. So we're just massaging right underneath the skull bone here. Now there will definitely be some tender points in there. If you're not feeling any tender points, then you will if you use your fingers instead of the roller. But just breathe and relax. Come to center and take your thumbs just right between the eyebrows and gently press in to the sinus area. And gently roll across the forehead, squeezing at the temples. Good. Inhale, roll to your side. Using the foam roller as a support for your head. And continue to press into your hands. Coming up to a seated position. Good. With the fingers hooked in front of the knees, pull the elbows back and lift. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back and down. Turning the right ear to the wall behind you. And breathing left ear to the wall behind you. And nose forward. So we'll take a huge breath. Inhale. And hands to heart. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for yoga on the foam roller today. Have a wonderful week.